Not all boundaries are spoken, some are lived out in silence. That's why today we're going to talk about invisible boundaries, protecting your peace, protecting your time, and protecting your energy. This is going to be amazing. So stick with me until the end because we're going to talk about 4 of those boundaries. And I'm going to share with you one thing that you can implement this week to protect your energy and restore your peace. I'm Priscilla Coffee, or Coach Priscilla, and I help people in high stress helping roles, just like nurses, counselors, pastors, teachers, social workers. You hear yourself somewhere in there? I help them to go from burnout and overwhelmed to refreshed and refueled so that they can continue to make the impact in the lives of the people that they are impacting without sacrificing their well-being. Okay, so if you feel yourself, you see yourself in there somewhere, you are in the right place today. So I hope you're ready. Grab your notebook, grab your coffee, your tea, whatever it is that you need to have this time with me. This is your time. This is our time together so that you can be filled up. I'm excited to share these strategies with you. So let's just get to it. I'm pretty excited. So I said that I'm going to share with you 4 of these invisible boundaries. And I'll just review them really quickly. The first boundary is your calendar. Your calendar is a boundary. The second one is your silence. Your silence is a boundary. Did you know that? Can you believe that? The third one is your body. Can you believe that your body is a boundary? And the fourth one is your energy. Your energy is a boundary. So let's just hop to it. Let's get to it. So your calendar is a boundary because your calendar, it shows you what you value. Your calendar shows you what you value. So in your day, you set you have like the things that you schedule. You don't schedule anything that you don't value, right? If you value it, you schedule it. You put an alarm by it, you put it on. You don't want to forget it. So you make sure that you put it on your calendar. You block your time for it, right? If you have an appointment coming up, it's going on your calendar because you don't want to forget it, right? If you have something important coming up, if you have car maintenance coming up, if you have whatever, like something important is going on the calendar, right? So your calendar sets a boundary for that particular thing so that you put nothing else in its place. Well, if it doesn't get scheduled, it doesn't get safeguarded, right? So let's keep that thought in your mind. If it doesn't get scheduled, it doesn't get safeguarded. So if you're putting it on your schedule, that means that you're safeguarding that particular time slot. You're protecting that particular time slot so that you can get that particular thing done. Well, doesn't this sound good? Your calendar being a boundary. If you set your time, your private time, the time that you need for yourself, if you set that time up as a boundary, then you protect that time. So for instance, for me, there are several things that I do, like as far as like setting my time up as a boundary, like blocking time. So one of the things is my morning ritual, like the time that I safeguard in the morning for myself to make sure that I'm getting what I need, to make sure that I'm okay, right? In the mornings, I do nothing else. I do nothing else until I do the things that I need for myself, right? And I don't have to share those things for me, but I want you to think about the things for you. What are the things that you need in your life to get your day going, right? To make sure that you're well spiritually, emotionally, physically, right? I put those things in my morning slot that I let nothing else interfere with, right? So I time block for that. When I get up in the morning, these are the things that I do before I get my day started. If I don't get these things done, I'm probably gonna be a little bit late. Because I need these particular things to happen for me before I can get started taking care of everybody else. Does that make sense? So, what are the things for you that you need for you? So, um, telling someone that you're busy, it doesn't always mean that you're booked, or that like you have something to do as far as work, right? And so that's what I wanted to share with you concerning your calendar, right? It's really important that we don't always think that I have to be busy, I have to be, on assignment or working, or have this excuse that is going to be palatable for someone else, in order to have a boundary set for our time, right? And I understand how difficult it is. Like, I feel you. I understand how difficult it is to tell someone, oh no, I'm busy, or I'm not available. I don't have the time for that at that time, right? That could be really, really hard until you get used to it, right? Because your time is your time. Your time should be protected, and it is a time to where you are not available, right? You don't have to say that you're busy, but you're not available. You're not available during a time where you're taking care of yourself. So when you honor that time, you block that time for yourself, then you're telling the truth, right? When you tell someone, I'm not available during that time, right? You're telling them the truth. I know it's like, I'm not telling the truth if I tell them I'm busy and I don't have something to do. You do have something to do. You are the something that you have to do. So if you've chosen to rest, if you've chosen to have family time, or even just solitude, time by yourself, right? That is an important time. And that's a time that you've blocked off, that you are not available for someone or something that someone has asked for you to do, if that is what you choose. So your calendar is a boundary, and setting that boundary is acceptable. So, schedule, this is an idea or a tip for you, right? You can time block. Like I talked about, one of the things that I do is something for my mornings. I don't do anything else. That time frame when I first get up, that first couple hours, that belongs to me. Like, that belongs to me. Do you need to time block? Do you need to set aside a particular time frame every day or every Wednesday to take care of yourself, right? Or that is just for you, right? That no one else can impede upon that time. That's a tip that you can use your calendar to give yourself, to set this boundary, to give yourself what you need. Set that boundary with your calendar. Okay, so if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure that you subscribe so that you always get alerted when I drop more wellness strategies and we have these gut talks. Okay, I don't want you to miss it. So, boundary number 2, silence. The silence is a boundary. Not every call, not every text, not every email deserves a reply immediately, right? Some don't deserve a reply at all, but immediately, Everything doesn't deserve a reply or response immediately. So let me give you this statement that I made for this. Delayed response is not disrespect, it's self-respect. Ooh. So a delayed response doesn't mean that you're disrespecting someone, but it does mean that you're honoring yourself and you're honoring your time, you're honoring what you need, right, in the moment. And that's very, very important. Boy, can you think about like back in the day when we didn't have cell phones? I don't know. Come on, do you remember? Some of us remember. Back in the day when we didn't have cell phones and people didn't have instant access to us. Is that unfathomable? Did I say that right? Listen, people didn't always have immediate access to us. And that is not a bad thing. It's important that people don't always need to have immediate access to you. You can set up a boundary to where people have access to you when they need to have access to you or when you need for them to have access to you, right? So a simple thing that you can set in place for like your emails, your text messages, and all this kind of stuff, right? Is to put your phone on D&D, do not disturb. Put your phone on do not disturb. That is something that I do. I really do. I have to do that. So I'm telling you, I am so easily distracted. I could be working on something, getting something done, and my phone beep beep. An alert comes up, and I look at the alert, and here I go down this rabbit hole. Since I looked at the alert, and I'm paying all this attention to all of these other things, and now I've forgotten what I was thinking about or what I was working on, or I'm just totally just like off track, right? So in order not to do that, in order not to get off track, I put my phone on do not disturb, so I can get the work that I need to get done, or if it's during my time block in the mornings that I'm not distracted from what I'm doing for myself. And then I just like check those things in between things. So when I'm done doing what I'm doing, then I could check my alerts, my emails, and things like that. And so that's an idea for you. Maybe that's something that you should consider. Do not disturb. You don't have to respond right now. You don't have to be like available for all of the notifications every time they come through, like on point when they're coming. You don't have to have that. You don't have to be like Johnny on the spot with every text message, every email. So do not disturb might be your secret sauce. Give that a try. And I think that it's a matter of creating a rhythm, right? Of when you're checking your messages and doing those sorts of things. Give it a try and see what works well for you. That what I described to you a second ago is that works well for me. It helps me to stay focused, to get things done. It helps me to be able to have the silence when I need to have the silence, to take care of myself or whatever I need it for. Sometimes I forget to turn it back on. My kids call me and they're like, or finally when I get it on, I'm like, ooh, I missed my kids calling. It's evening now, and I'm finally like, ready to relax. And I'm like, oh, I never turned my phone off. Do not disturb. Oh, well, it's okay. It's fine. I can call them back when I get ready to. So, but that's just a thing that you might want to consider implementing. Your silence. It's a boundary. It's a boundary. So, I mean, I don't know if you ever thought about it that way. You could also like set a boundary of, I don't check messages after 8 o'clock, or I turn all of my work things off, and I'm not responding to work emails after 5 o'clock, right? What kind of boundaries, as far as that is concerned, would be helpful for you? I hope this is a good idea and something that you feel like, yes, this is good for me. Is this good for you? If it's good for you, just like comment in the chat, this is good for me. I think I'm gonna do this, because it helped me a lot. And listen, if you have not yet gotten your copy of Just Breathe, my book that I wrote, Just Breathe, Learning to Love Yourself Well Through Life's Challenges, you can go to the description and click the link and get it, or you can go to Amazon. Just Breathe, Learn to Love Yourself Well Through Life Challenges by Priscilla Coffee. Listen, that book has so many life strategies in there, and I think that you'll find that a lot of the strategies are going to be so helpful to help you just kind of work through life, your relationships, setting boundaries, all of these different things. So give it a try. So now let's go to the invisible boundary 3, okay? And that is your body. Your body is a boundary. Your body is a boundary. So listen to its limits. I can't tell you this enough. Our bodies, our bodies whisper to us before it screams. So listen early, right? Your body feels things and responds to the stress around you, to the things going on with you. And most times we ignore what our body is saying to us until something big happens and we have to listen, right? We don't want to wait until the big thing happens. We want to listen when our body is silently whispering to us, right? Something's going on. You're not, when your body is feeling jittery, or you're agitated when someone calls you, or whatever it is, your body is speaking. You just got to learn to start listening to it. So let me tell you, sometimes our bodies will tell us that we are getting stressed out, that something is getting to be way too much, right? It's getting to be a lot. And sometimes we try to continue working. We try to push through. We try to get the things done. We try to get the work done. We try to be there for the people. We do everything. We're burning the candle on both ends, right? And we're pushing and we're pushing. And sometimes we push ourselves until we break. And I'm not saying it's just you. I have lived this, and I have gone through this so many times. And this is why I'm stressing to you to listen to your body. Listen to yourself. Listen to when all of a sudden you're agitated all the time. Listen to when your tummy, you start to feel so my thing, I feel stress in my body. I feel it sometimes I feel my shoulders getting tight. Sometimes my hands get clammy. Sometimes I'll feel a little anxiety in my tummy, right? What are you feeling? Do you feel that physiological response in your body? Say, if you talk to someone on the phone, or when you see that phone call come in, you don't even have to answer it. You see that call come in, and then anxiety kind of starts to rise up in you, right? You haven't even talked to the person. You just see the person. You see the name, and it's just Oh my goodness, that's your body giving you a response, right? Telling you where you are, telling you how you're feeling, what's going on. Listen to your body. You don't have to answer that call, right? Listen to your body. Maybe you need to pull back a little bit. Maybe you need to sit this one out, right? Maybe you need to say no this time. Maybe you need to give yourself a break. Maybe you need to call off work today. Oh, did I say that? Yes, I did. Maybe you need to call off work today. Maybe you need to take that time and just kind of rest your mind, refresh yourself in some way, right? Listen to your body. If you're not up to it, if you need that health day, take it. It's a mental health break. Take it, right? Sometimes we don't do those things. And so I want to share with you like this simple technique. It's a body scan. It's a way that you can check your body for tension, right? And you can just give this a try sometimes, like once a day or however you want to schedule this. But I want to teach you this so that you know how to do it, okay? You can sit still someplace. Even if you're standing, I'm sure you can do it standing. But it's a way that you would just kind of focus. You would kind of get still, close your eyes, take a deep breath. It's quiet, it's calm. You would want to sit and just breathe for a few minutes. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Very good. Now silently, just sit there and notice how you're feeling in your body. Start with your head. How are you feeling? How's your head feeling? Do you feel any tension in your head, in your temple? Do you feel any tension in your neck or in your shoulders? If you do, inhale and just let it go as you exhale. Inhale and exhale intentionally. Let it just go from you. Continue scanning your body. Do you feel any tension in your chest or in your tummy? Do you feel any tension? How do your legs feel? Are they fatigued? Are they tired? How do your feet feel? Have you been on your feet all day? Are they aching? If you feel tension anywhere in your body, let's inhale and exhale, releasing the tension. Inhale and exhale, releasing the tension. And you can just do that for 5 minutes, for 2 minutes, for however long that you need in order to just release that tension from your body, okay? So that's just a body scan, just to check in with yourself, check in with your body and how you're feeling, and just breathe to release that tension, all right? Sometimes it's just good to know where you feel that tightness, where you feel that tension. And maybe you need to give that some extra attention, right? Maybe you need to massage yourself, or go get a massage, or have someone rub your shoulders out, whatever it is. But it's nice to give attention to that, okay? And I'm telling you all of these tips, these wellness tips, these strategies to take good care of yourself, because I want to make sure that you have a toolbox that's full of ideas of things that you can do to take good care of yourself. Sometimes you might try one and it works out well. And another time, you might try the very same thing and it's just like, no, this is not getting it today. So if you have a lot of things that are available to you, lots of strategies, you have lots of ideas to pull from. And so I want you to know that you don't have to go through this alone. You're not by yourself. You have me, and I keep telling you, join my wellness community, Refresh and Refuel Wellness Community. It's an amazing community where you're not alone, where you can be refreshed, where you can be refueled, where you can learn more techniques and strategies and have group coaching and be challenged to be your very best self. Go to the link in the description, and I want you to register for the the Refresh and Refuel Wellness Community, okay? It's really going to be a blessing. Get on the wait list, all right? So we're down to the invisible boundary number 4. Your energy is a boundary. What you allow grows, but what you ignore, it fades. So, this is a statement I want you to remember. Your energy is currency, so spend it wisely. Your energy is currency, so spend it wisely. You only have so much energy, and you only have so much time in a day. We all have the same amount of time in a day, so you have to use it wisely. So for me, oh, listen. When you notice, so for me, when I notice, this is something I had to evaluate, and you should probably evaluate this too. I noticed that the mornings are when my energy is the highest, right? Evenings, by the evening, I am so spent because I've done so much during the day, and if I try to do something important, then I don't have the capacity for it, right? So if my energy is currency, then it's important for me to know when I have my best energy, right? So I notice that I have my best energy in the mornings, and so I utilize the mornings to do the most important things, right? I do my most important things first. So if you are going to direct the most important things to the most important times where you have the best amount of energy to pour into those things, then you want to evaluate, when do I have my best energy? And then not to waste that time with energy sapping and energy sucking things, right? Or people. I said things or people, right? So setting a boundary for that is important. Setting a boundary for that time frame is important, right? So since your energy is important, you don't want to waste it on people or on things that zap your energy, because you need it for important things, and you need it for important tasks and for important people that you have to pour into, your family, your children, the people that you're caring for, the people that you're supporting, right? So I always give the example of like the crazy phone call of the person that's zapping your energy and you feel horrible after you get done talking to them. And I use that because that is my testimony. that used to happen to me, and I used to do that and feel so bad until I got wise to it and thought, hey, I don't have to take that phone call, right? And it could be the same for you, whether it's a phone call, whether it's an email, whether it's a meeting. Assess if you need to take it, or because you might not need to take it at all, right? Or when you need to take it, right? Because we're going to talk about like your time, right? Your time is so important. So thinking about those things would allow you to have the capacity that you need during the time frames that you need to have more energy and more strength, okay? And so before you say yes to a request, ask yourself, does this give me energy or does this drain me? Does this give me energy or does this drain me, right? Because what you allow grows. So if you allow energy zapping or energy sapping things to fill your day, then it's going to pull every ounce of goodness, every ounce of energy and strength out of you that you have, and you won't have anything to give, and you can't give out of an empty cup, right? So monitor those things. I can't tell you how important it is for you to monitor those things. And when you notice that you have a lot of those things happening throughout your day, then you can put your finger on it, right? You can put the kibosh on it. You can, stamp that out of your day and out of your life and block it, time block it, put it in its rightful place, or completely get rid of it, okay? So that you're utilizing your time in a way that is effective, that is efficient, and that is life-giving, right? That it's serving a great purpose. It's filling you up so that you can fill others up. I can't tell you enough how important it is to guard your time, because it's currency, right? So you have to be very, very careful how you spend it. So let me ask you this question. Which of these invisible boundaries are you feeling like you're needing to implement into your life right now? So is it your calendar? Is it your silence? Is it your body? Or is it your energy? Which one of these that we talked about really touched something for you? Was it like, that one's for you, and that one's for you? Which one did you find is going to be most helpful for you? Put it in the chat. Okay, so here's my challenge for you for the week. So pick one invisible boundary to implement this week for 7 days, right? Just put that into action, whether it's blocking 30 minutes on your calendar, right? For you, silencing your phone, putting it on D&D, don't disturb, do not disturb, checking in with your body, right? Doing that body check I taught you about, or protecting your energy. And then do it for 7 days and get back with me. Like, come back and comment and let me know how you felt. Or you can email me at coach@priscillacoffee.com. So coach at Priscilla, Priscilla, coffee, COFFEE.com. So just message me, email me, and let me know how that went for you, okay? So now we're down to this new section that I wanted to implement for you guys. There's questions. You guys had some questions, and I'm going to answer a couple today. All right. So this is the Ask Coach Priscilla section. All right. So let's go for this question here. Coach Priscilla, I feel bad when I don't reply right away. Won't people think I'm rude? That's a good question. That's a really good question. So sometimes when we don't reply to people right away, we do have all of those thoughts and feelings, right? We're wondering what they're thinking about why we didn't reply quickly, why we didn't reply fast enough. But I want to let you know that your value is not in your instant availability, right? People who know you, people who love you, people who care about you, they're they're not going to just all of a sudden fall out of love with you or not want to have anything to do with you if you're not responding on the spot. As a matter of fact, people take their cue from you about how to treat you. So if you implement some of these invisible boundaries that we've been talking about today, so say for example, if somebody is messaging you or reaching out to you during a time where you have time blocked or you're not available, right? They quickly begin to learn that she'll respond when she's able, or he'll respond when he is available, right? It's not that it's something against them. It's something that you've put in your life to help you to be more effective, more efficient, to help you to be better, right? Not better for yourself and also better for other people. You have to think about that, right? When you're better for yourself, when you have more energy and more time for yourself, you're also better for others. So, yeah, I hope that helps you. I hope that answers your question and that helps you. I understand that you feel bad, but the more you begin to implement this, the more you begin to practice it, the better you begin to feel about it, okay? You won't think that you're rude, okay? Because that's the question. Are you thinking you're rude, or are they thinking that you're rude, right? Sometimes we put our thoughts and feelings, how we think that somebody else might feel on them. It's gonna matter how you feel about it. That's what matters. All right, so question number 2, and I'm only gonna do 2 questions today. Hey coach, how do I protect my time without people thinking I'm selfish? Boundaries aren't about selfishness. They're not about you being selfish. They're about stewardship, right? You stewarding your time, you stewarding your life, you stewarding your energy, right? So that you can do the things that you need to do throughout your day. You only have so much time and so much energy. We're back to the energy boundary, right? You only have so much energy and so much time in a day. You have to steward that well so that you are showing up in life well for the people and the things that you care about, for the things and the people that God has assigned to you, right? That's your first responsibility. So it's not about you being selfish. It's about you really stewarding what you have, your time and your energy, so that you can show up well and be well and do well for the things that God has assigned you to in this day, right? For the things that God has assigned you to and the people that God has assigned to you in this day, right? I don't know, maybe like thinking about it in that way would be helpful. Also, you know what? Here's an analogy. I'm gonna try to make it as quick as I can. But how do you take care of your car, right? Don't you go get an oil change? You get your tires rotated. You do all the things for your car, right? You do all the different things for your car because your car has to be taken care of. Otherwise, it won't run, so that it won't be able to take you where you need to go. It won't treat you well if you don't treat it well, right? It's the same thing as it pertains to us, right? If we're not stewarding ourselves well, if we're not caring for ourselves well, if we're not setting these boundaries and adhering to them for our lives and making sure that we're well, then we will not be well. We will not be okay. And so it's our responsibility then to make sure that we're stewarding our lives in such a way that we will be well for the things and the people that God has assigned to us. I hope that this is good to you. I hope that was a good analogy, because if we'll take care of our car. If we take care of our car is gonna be here and be gone, right? It's gonna be here for a certain amount of time. But your life is it's supposed to last a lifetime, right? Your life is gonna last a lifetime. So you have to take care of yourself that way. Sow into yourself, take care of yourself, set the boundaries that you need for your life so that you last a lifetime. All right. Well, blessings to you. I'm so glad that we had this time today. I hope that you really got something that was very helpful. Remember to get on the waiting list for Refresh and Refuel. And I look forward to seeing you soon. See ya.